Silverspun Stories. 8 enchanting fairy tales written by Francesca Thoman, narrated by Gary Fox. The Kitchen Witch. Once upon a time there was a round little woman with a turned-up nose who was a kitchen witch. Being a kitchen witch meant that she could only do small magic. She could keep the salt dry in the salt cellar, and the vegetables fresh, and the bristles on the broom straight. She was a very careful witch, too. She would never turn your salt into sugar or your sugar into salt, and if you asked her to keep your house for you when you were away, she would always make sure the cat was fed, the plants were watered, and that she played with the dog. But one day she looked around her cottage with its small round windows and the small round door and pot-bellied stove. She liked the place, but it had gotten rather stale. She was tired of the same print on the curtains, leafy beets and green onions. She was weary of the same ragged rug on the hearth. "What I need," she said, "is a change." So she put on her traveling hat, the kind with flaps over the ears, and went to the city to look for work. The city was very busy. Geese honked, pigeons flew everywhere, and donkey carts clattered past. People shouted their wares as children ran and laughed, and the town criers called from every street corner. In fact, the kitchen witch could hear what the town criers were shouting because of all the noise on the street. So she climbed up a little tree near a water fountain, took off her hat, and cupped her ears. "Hear ye," called the town crier near a tree. "Let all here know that there is an opening for kitchen helper at the Duke's palace. All who wish to apply for the job must appear this afternoon at 4 o'clock sharp. Hear ye." The kitchen witch could hardly believe her luck. Work right away in the palace. She scrambled down the street and hurried her way through the crowd as courteously as she could. Knowing that 4 o'clock would be coming along very soon, she fussed and worried her little round body up the steep cobblestone road to the castle. When she got there, she was amazed. There was no one else waiting for the job. She went clear up to the front gate and saw that no one was there but the gate guards. They directed her to the kitchen entrance at the side gate near the garden. There was no one there but another guard. He looked so tired it seemed as though he would slump down, let go of his lance, and fall asleep the next minute. Standing next to him was a very nervous cat. "Excuse me, sir," the kitchen witch said doubtfully, walking up to the two of them. "Is this where we wait?" "Wait?" asked the side guard. "Wait for what?" "For the job," she replied. "The job of kitchen helper." He nodded and smiled. "Ah, ha, ha," he said. "You must be from out of town." "I am," said the witch. "But what does that matter?" "Well, I'll tell you now, so you won't have any disappointments later. That job's been open for 4 months, and not a taker in the entire kingdom." "Oh, why not?" The side gate guard was about to answer when an empty flower pot sailed over the wall and fell to the ground with a crash, scaring the nervous cat clear out of her fur, making her run under an overturned wheelbarrow for safety. The guard sighed and brushed the pottery dust from his knees. "That's why," he said. "My lord, the young duke has been in a foul mood for 30 years, and no one knows why. Being as he was born 30 years ago this coming Monday, and he's been a burden to everyone his entire life. And there's no longer anyone who wants to work here. He's tired out our cooks, gardeners, barbers, and scullery maids. The Duke has spent the patience of ambassadors, exhausted the good graces of governesses, and been a weary trial to all his tutors. In short, he's difficult." "But why?" the kitchen
Sample complete. Ready to continue?